Hello everyone, I am Sonam and today we are here to learn about flower. In this lesson, we are going to go through the parts of flower and its functions. Today's roadmap. First, we are going to go through what flower is, typical structure of flower, parts of flower, and then the functions of flower. Flower. What is flower? Flower is the reproductive part of a plant. Flowers are not only involved in reproduction but are also a source of food for other living organisms. They are rich source of nectar. Flowers can either be complete or incomplete. Complete flower is one that consists of sepals, petals, stamens, and pistils. On the contrary, an incomplete flower is one that lacks one or more of these structures. This picture in front, it is the typical structure of a flower. I am going to take you all through one by one. Firstly, the ovary. Second, it is style. Third one, it is stigma. Three of these structures make a carpel or the pistil. Fifth, it is anther. Sixth, filament. Anther and filament together makes stamen. Eighth, it is petals. Ninth, sepal. 10th, ovule. Ovules are the part of an ovary. 11th, it is a receptacle. Now we are going to go through the parts of a flower one by one. A complete flower consists of two different parts, vegetative part and reproductive part. Vegetative part are the structures that support the flower and allow it to grow. They are the accessory organs. Vegetative part includes sepals and petals. Next, reproductive part. Reproductive part are the structures that allow the flower to produce seeds. They are essential organs and they include stamen and pistil. Firstly, the vegetative parts, sepal. Sepal is the green colored leaf-like structure of the flower that protects the rising bud. Group of sepals is called calyx, and calyx they protect other parts of flowers against mechanical injuries and desiccation. That arrow that is pointing, it is the sepal. Next, petals. Petals is the brightly colored part of the flower that attracts bees, insects, and birds. Group of petals is called corolla. Corolla protect the reproductive parts of a flower. Next, stamen. Stamen is the male reproductive organ of flowering plants. It is also known as androecium. It consists of two parts, anther and filament. Anther is a yellowish sac-like structure involved in producing and storing pollens. Pollens, it contains the male gametes of the flowering plant. Filament. Filament is a slender, thread-like structure which supports the anther. Next and the last one is pistil. Pistil, it is the innermost part and the female reproductive organ of flowering plants. It is also known as carpel or gynoecium. It consists of three parts, namely stigma, style, and ovary. Pistil, first part of pistil is stigma. Stigma, it is the topmost part which is sticky and it receives pollen grains. Style, it is the long tube-like slender stalk that connects the stigma and the ovary. Ovary is the ductless reproductive gland that contains ovules. Ovules, it is the female. It contains the female gametes which fuse with male gametes of the flowering plant and it develops into a seed. And ovule, they matures to become a fruit. Functions of flower. The first function of flower is reproduction. Reproduction, it is the primary function of a flower. Reproduction should be there in order for the survival of the flower. Next, attracting pollinators. As we all know, flowers, they are usually brightly colored. Brightly colored petals, they attract insects and birds so that pollination can take place. When pollination takes place, Male gametes of a flower fuse with a female gamete and they undergo fertilization. Next, seed formation. Upon undergoing fertilization, ovules become seeds. Uh, Fourth function of flower is fruit development. Fruit, it is the ripened ovary. Once the flower undergo fertilization, they form seed. After that, they develop into a fruit. Next, adaptation to the environment. Flower, it is one of the flower. It is the modified leaf, so it is one of the adaptation to the environment. Next, protection of reproductive part. As we all know, vegetative part, that is petals and sepals, they functions together to protect the reproductive part of the flower. Now we have come to an end of the lesson. Before ending our lesson, we are going to go through what we have learned today. Today we have learned to define flower. Flower is the reproductive part of a plant. Next, we have learned to list and describe the parts of typical structure of flower. The typical structure of flower consists of sepals. Group of sepals, it is known as calyx. Next, petals. Group of petals is known as corolla. Third, stamen. Stamen, it is also known as androecium. Fourth, it is pistil. Pistil, it is also known as carpel and or gynoecium. Lastly, we learned about functions of flower. The few functions to be mentioned are reproduction, attracting pollinators, seed formation, and fruit development. This is the end of our lecture. Thank you.